get you a bubble tea?
You want to get me a bubble tea?
Can I get you a bubble tea?
Sure. If I wish I have sister, a little sister. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not. I hope gamer could be like respect in future by the people. People respect the gamer. They really pay times on it actually.
You hope that they'll respect.
I hope that if you want to become professional, I heard some Korean player 8 o'clock woke up, wash their hair, their face, and start playing. And eat, start play, finally they go to sleep. The life, just like that. Because they already is their career. They got money they earn money for their career. So they cannot start practice. That's for the major income. Yeah. They do their job actually. They respect their job. They practice more, they respect their job. It means they respect their job.
They had a few names.
I know they know me because I'm a decent Street Fighter 4 player. Before the tournament, I'm a decent Street Fighter 4 player. They knows me. And actually they don't want to play with me. Some of them. I'm a little bit scared because they are a little bit scared actually, I think. Because I know too much about fighting games. They don't want to do so much to pay attention to play with me. Because everybody, no matter he's professional or not, they have to pay very attention on me. Not so easy on me. Even win me, even they can win me, but they need to pay a lot of attention on me.
You wrote a post on Sir Union about how you were very touched by.
Oh, they said it?
Yeah, they said.
Yeah, I'm very touched because when I play with Moose, they keep calling my name, so I'm so touched. Just to power up. Because Asian guys they don't have those culture keep so high in the tournament. They like to silence and watch.
Why do you think that?
But in Western country they so high for tournament. But I love this. I love they so high. Actually, Jarvis talked to me before. He talked to me, "You are so hard, man." But I didn't respond his sentence. I didn't respond his sentence right away because I'm playing with him. I need to get serious. I don't want to talk. When I play, I don't want to talk.
Okay.
So he just oh, this Asian guy didn't talk.
Oh man.
No, he didn't get angry. When he talked I didn't talk to him. He just keep playing with me. But now I'm already friend with him because heroes. We are heroes. Jarvis is a hero.
Did you think Jarvis is a good player?
Yes, Jarvis. Andre, Roxanne, Arturo, all the people from Chinatown. Very good. I love them.
Nobody money matches me. Everybody just talks shit. And then when it comes to the money match, nobody, man.
What do you think? Do you think they're just scared of you?
I think they're scared of me, yeah. Yo, DS, how come nobody wants to money match me, yo?
I'll money match
What's with that?
Because you're on Turo.
Oh, yeah? How do you? Why do I money match you, though? You're my boy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
People just don't want to lose to your sibling.
It's on the American EO, yo? Yeah, that's right, yo. I'm in there. But yeah, I wish I was there right now. I wish I was playing Manny, yo. Oh my God, yo, I'll be free. This guy right here, Chris Hugh, fascinating, man. Chinatown Ryu, unknown. No one knows, man. No one knows.
You need to get in the money.
But he got third at East Coast Throwdown, his first big tournament. He was in the money, man. Good shit.
Thank you.
Good shit. Who you like on the money match tonight?
Money match for
Manny and Eric. They're playing first 10 for $200. Yeah, him versus Eric. Yeah, tonight. Yeah, he came in a good night. Like this guy, like his original nickname. His nickname is not fascinating. It's Testa, man. Call yourself Testa, man. Because when I was in Japan, I was hearing stories like about this random fob, like day one, he's doing combos on the game like that. And then Kwesi, no, I heard about it from my friend Kwesi, right?
People were talking about.
Yeah, people were talking about him day one, and they were like, my man Kwesi went up to him, and he's like, yo, you a tester? And he's like, nah, I'm not a tester. And Kwesi was like, yo, like that's your name, tester. But he calls himself fascinating, which is, I don't get that. You're tester, man.
Oh.
The best nicknames are the ones that people give you.
If somebody asked you to bet money.
Hey, I will play with him, of course.
Yeah.
Not like 200, so it's too much money.
Okay.
Like just like 20, 50, I can accept that price.
Fine.
Not like 200, like just.
This is Desmond Executioner.
So, what do you mean by you're falling off?
You know, I used to be one of the top Marvel players. I mean, I'm still known and recognized, but I don't know. I'm too old.
You're old. You're old?
I think after my shining moment at 2004 Evo, where I got top 3.
Actually, your shining moment was at CF when you got second.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when I beat.
That was a true superstar moment, huh?
What was your favorite? What was your most memorable victory?
Memorable victory. Beating Justin. One of my more memorable victories is beating Justin at the last. What was that? What was that last tournament? That place that goes on down south. The one they banned Arturo from.
Oh man.
And I think we all went
Florida?
there. It was in North Carolina. In North Carolina. You know, because I remember Arturo and Justin used to go there.
Yeah.
The same place where Justin won his first Marvel tournament and all that.
What happened?
Oh, I actually beat Justin. Low key, no one knows. No, just a little quiet little tournament, and I put him in the losers bracket. You know. But
Did you get the first hit in?
see, now actually, I was really well, what happened? The team that I was playing, he mirror matched me, which is Santhrax. Like I was playing it better than he was, but then he picked Magneto and Cable in June, and that was the end of that.
How long have you been coming to see it?
Since that game started, so I would say 9 years. Next March we'll make it 10. Has it changed? Well, it used to be calm and friendly. Then I kind of messed it up by adding gambling into the mix.
You were one of the.
I am the originator.
He invented money match basically.
They were around, but I can say I brought back Matrix. No, me and Matrix was cool. Me and Matrix, you know, my crew, the Syndicate, we started the money games. Like the people bet it for money, but not like the way we do. Next thing you know, every time people go to a tournament, always gambling or who you want to play. Thanks to money matches, you created one of the best players in the world. Yipes.
Seriously.
He was awesome. He was based off money matches by playing me, Chris, and Infinite every Friday.
Because he wanted to make. So you think you got good because he wanted.
Yeah, because you see, the thing with money matches is that that's your money right then and there. And when you lose your money. So it forces you to play harder. And that's how the majority of Marvel players got good nowadays. Because it's like, you know, you don't get that far in a tournament, and then you don't play a top player you want to play. But you know, you can go to a top player and be like, yo, I want to play you 2 out of 3 for $5, or 2 out of 3 out of 5 for 10, and you get to play him and experience it.
I was listening to one of Gutek's podcasts when he was interviewing Justin Wong, and he was talking about how does he hit confirm low forward super with Chun-Li so good, and Justin said if he had his eyes closed, he can do it 100% of the time, just from hearing the sound of whether the opponent is blocking or getting hit. Like if he goes to training mode, I think he said he goes to training mode and he puts the dummy on random block, and what happens is like random block is exactly what it says. It's like the dummy will block randomly. So Justin says that he can hear it, like he can do it off of the reaction of just hearing the sound of the hit, because a block sound is different from a hit sound. So if he hears that hit detection, he's gonna automatically just super after it.
Who do you look up to as a player?
Helgen X. When I was coming up as a third strike player, I feel like he was like one of the only people that was always like giving me pointers and tips. Like if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be as good as I am now in third strike. Like I mess up from time to time because I'm human, but
Yeah.
not as much as before. Like, people actually commend me now for my parrying skills, but before, I was just doing it because I thought it looked cool, and I would just get smacked in the face for it.
So, how do you read a parry? How do you read a
Well, reading the parry is not just like some psychic shit. It's like you have to know all the moves in the game and how they work. What I did to get better at parrying is like I played with all the characters in the game, and I would look at every move that they had, like every normal, every special move, every super, and I would go into parry training and look at every way that move can be parried. Like, if it's a high move, can it be parried low and high, or just high by itself? If it's a low move, it's most of the time it can only be parried low. My first time beating Justin in third strike was really important to me because it helped me to get over the fact that he was beatable and that, you know,
It's confidence.
yeah, it's like that, and it helps you to play better against everybody. Like, my thing is, like, I see a lot of new players, and when they see like top pros, they get scared. And part of the reason why they lose to a lot of top pros is because they're scared of them. They're scared to play them. So they pretty much get mind fucked before they even play them, and then they end up losing before they even touch the sticks. So it's like, I learned now that I play everybody the same. Like, I give everybody the same amount of respect. Nobody's better than anybody. I play everybody equally. Like, if I were to see somebody for the first time, I'm gonna play them as hard as I'm gonna play against like Justin Wong or even Issa. You know, the Japanese guy? Yeah. Anybody is gonna get it the same way, even if they're worse. I won't know until after I play them.
Yeah.
But everybody's gonna see my best. You know what I'm saying? And if they beat me, then they're better than me. I feel like if you won, it's because you were better than me at that time. And if I win, it's because I was better than you at that time. So it's like each time, nobody's better than anybody until the match is over. That's how I feel. It takes a long time to get that kind of mindset, because I didn't just always have that mindset from like the beginning. It took a lot of me losing to everybody and just realizing that like everybody's human. I've seen people lose. Like, when I saw Justin lose to people, I'm like, oh, so he's human too. Like, you know, everybody thinks somebody's like a god because they win all the time. Like, no, everybody loses. So it's like, when you see top players lose, that helps. When you start to beat people that you thought were better than you, it helps. But you also have to tell yourself, you have to have confidence in yourself, you know? Like, you can't just see somebody like Arturo or Sanford or Justin or Yipes or any of these top guys and say, yo, this guy's gonna beat me before you even play him. Like, have some confidence in yourself. Like, what do you train for? If you're playing the game just to say you're gonna lose to somebody, you shouldn't be playing.
Where's Eddie Lee? I want to meet this Eddie.
Eddie Lee, my teacher, man. Yo, Eddie Lee is responsible for, like, in some way, for, like,
Get OJ.
everybody, yeah.
Get OJ.
Eddie Lee.
Eddie Lee's got.
Eddie Lee's got, like, ain't no one gonna hate on Eddie. Like, he's the original. That's how I learned. Yo, like, yo, he put East Coast on the map, real talk. Say that much. Yeah.
I didn't know what Pokken was, so I played Eddie Lee.
Oh, word?
You play Eddie Lee, he does nothing. You don't know how to get in. Like, you have to learn how to hit buttons against him.
You sure do.
So, what do you mean by like you didn't know what Pokken was? Like
Like,
what was Pokken?
when you play other people, like there's turtle style, rushdown style. Like people talk about like people that are patient or whatever. Eddie Lee's like the most minimalistic player I ever played. So it's like the first time you play him, you want to fight him, you're just gonna be whiffing stuff and getting punished on everything.
Yeah.
So he teaches you really how to be a defensive player, but how to make good risks. Like, he pretty much pioneered like so much shit. Like when I was like 14 and coming up here, it was like an impossible feat like to even play him out.
So why do you think he retired? Just because he had been better.
Well, it's been like, I'm 22. I've been playing since Marvel 2 came out competitively.
I know those guys are 15.
That's 9 years ago.
Yeah, I know those guys are like 15, 14, man. A minor threat. That to me was a minor threat. Nerd Josh, yeah. He graduated from a minor threat to Nerd Josh.
I remember when we played our first tourney against each other.
She beat me in Marvel.
I beat him in Marvel in my first tourney.
You beat him?
Yeah.
In Marvel.
ECC 8?
Did you know her? Beat by a girl.
I knew she was. I never played her before, but I don't know. I felt it was kind of bad because all my boys are ragging on me. But she's good. She's good. It's like I can't say shit.
I suck.
Nah.
I suck compared to Yipes and Eric and them. Please, they're just too advanced. They're just too advanced. I can't do all their tricks and stuff. I try though. I try.
No, I used to play all the Street Fighters. Street Fighter 1 all the way up until Street Fighter 4.
So what was your best?
20 years. But ever since Second Impact, that's when I stopped, playing the games much. But I was the best. I was Ken Master, whatever. For me, I don't know. I just stuck down here.
Aren't you waiting for Evo?
I'm not the way I used to be is now. I'm not still into it the way I used to be into it. It's like I used to be dedicated to this. Yeah. No, I don't know. I hang out. I got a girlfriend. I got time to be here like all day, every day. Like everything revolves around the game. That used to be me, but not no more. In order for you to be good, you have to be, always playing. Like. Always dedicated, all day, every day. The game, sleep, sleep, shit. The game. But I'm not like that no more. I stopped. No, I used to play him all the time. I used to beat him.
You played the same time as us.
But only character he used to play is Ibuki. I used to only play Kendo.
I believe he has traveled. We haven't traveled.
Yeah, he traveled too.
He traveled. He became the East Coast champ. He had the whole West Coast mad at him. Only one to ever do that.
How come? How come they?
Because they couldn't beat him. He was the best. Backing out for 3 days.
What happened to him now?
Well, he's retired. He's a millionaire. He's chilling.
How did he become a millionaire?
He is. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, he's very well off and he doesn't really need to play.
I guess with me, I grew out of the game. I'm into it, but I'm not the way I used to be. Like, I got, I don't go to tournaments.
But you will go to Evo this year.
I don't go play with gather all the best top players of CF and hang out with them and play the game with them and hang out in their house. I distanced myself from all of that years ago, at least close to 6, 7, 8 years, a long time. But I go back. I've been playing this in here since Street Fighter 1.
Yeah. So, how's it changed the scene?
CF? Oh, it used to be really bad over here. A lot of fights and a lot of gangs. Oh, they used to. If they used to gamble here, but the thing is, if you beat them in the game, they beat the shit out of you. They want to beat the shit out of you, you know what I mean? Especially the gangs, they used to come in here and play the game, and they used to play some of the fobs or some of the other heads, and they used to beat them really bad at the game. It used to be so bad when they used to see the gangsters come in, they used to leave out of the arcade and leave the game playing. So it was a long time ago. The more you go back, the worse it was. You go way back. Bad.
That's when they had the Asian gangs.
Oh yeah. It used to be really bad. But things changed. A lot of game players now, I guess. But back then in my days, a lot of the game players, they're not around like that no more. There's very few. Like maybe Charlie, John Gordon, all them. There's always been good players in CF. But most of the heads now, they're all mostly new. The only ones that have been here old was Henry, but he never used to play Street Fighter. He used to play Mortal Kombat, Midway games and stuff.
How come they took away the Mortal Kombat? Was it making it died out?
Yeah, it died out, and that was ever since they made Mortal Kombat 3. They started fucking up the Mortal Kombats. The fatalities all look the same. They messed it up a little bit. They went wrong on there. But Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, But 4 and 5, they started screwing. That's when they went down. Nobody really was playing it.
So do you feel like Street Fighter 4 has like rejuvenated the fighting game community? Like it's like thriving.
Yeah, it brought a lot of heads back here.
Including you? Or?
No, I live down there, so I'm always here. You know, I'm like 20 minutes away, half an hour away.
But you stayed away for a while
Yeah.
and you came back.
Yeah, I brought all the old school heads back.
Arturo came when Eddie Lee was around.
Not really. He came after Eddie Lee.
Even after, but Eddie Lee, that was Eddie Lee's, one of his,
Arturo came when CBS 1 was there. CBS 1. That's when we know Arturo. Arturo's, he's been here for a while though, but I remember him from CBS 1. Justin Wong, he watched us all play. And then he got his own style. He's a little kid. He was about 12 years old. He would come to the arcade. He used to watch me play, John play, Eddie Lee play, John Gordon, Norman, Chris Bond, Charlie, Henry Sen.
I go back. I go to the point that I've been here in decades, so I can't remember 15, 17, 18 years ago or whatever.
Any classic ones with Eddie Lee?
He used to love to play me in Second Impact. In fact, I think I was his best competition in Second Impact. For sure, that's my opinion. And I was like, what, the third best in the world in the break, the tournament with the break. So I got third place. The break in Jersey, yeah, I got third place in everybody from everywhere came down.
Did you ever play?
No. I just watch. No, I enjoy watching, I actually do. But I like to watch him play Ken. He's really good with Ken. I mean, when he's really hyped and really into it, he's really good. And I like to see him beat the shit out of other, players. I get a kick out of it.
I used to play at Kuma, Ken. I had 80 wins, so my friend witnessed it.
Yeah, he had 83 wins, and I took him off. So you didn't get 84.
Yeah, right. Sure. He took me off on 84. Nah, but he seen me with 80 wins, so I have proof of it.
I mean, Evo should be pretty good. Like a lot of people are saying now that if I don't get top 8, everybody's gonna say I suck. But I mean, like online, like I love how they post the videos of us losing, right? Like for example, on the Arcade Infinity account, there's videos of us the only videos that are up of us or are of us losing really badly, or like barely beating Cali. Like they have the matchup from Combo Fiend and Vi when they played this for the first time. And they have Watson versus You Just Don't Know after they played it for the second time in the losers bracket. And it's like when the run back happened, Joe got a perfect on Valle, and I beat Valle as well. And we had closer matches versus Combo. It wasn't like him running through us. And then versus Watson and Sin's team, the first time we played Watson and Sin, like we pretty much like ran a train through them. And the second time they played us, they almost beat us. Like Watson beat me a game and stuff. But then so much damage in Mobile's team, like I OCV'd them twice. But those matches aren't online, so I mean I don't know what's up. It seems that like the most popular matches online are of me losing. So I mean like I guess that means I'm good, but online like it looks like I suck because I'm in the finals and I'm getting scraped in the finals.
Yeah.
So
well, it's basically just his Viper scenes and Combo Fiend's.
His Viper's good. There's a couple of things that I learned afterwards that I didn't do. So I'm probably gonna pick Seth on him though. I mean, when are you uploading this video? Oh man, it's like I'm alerting the enemy over here. Just kidding. I've been saying I was gonna use Seth for a while at Evo. Yeah. And like Martin's off the 5-on-5. Now the team is just me, Joe, and Justin.
How come he's off?
Huh?
How come he's off?
Because like Martin's a drama queen, and yeah, like in his post, like he says that the East Coast team sucks except for him and Martin, but Martin lost to Flash Metroid like at Devastation, and he lost to Ricky. Like Martin's a good player, but it's like nobody as good as they think they are. Like, even myself. I mean, like I won my fair share of events. I got raped my fair share of events, just like everybody. Yeah. So it's like pretty much like we're all back at square one. Like nobody can say too much. like, oh, like I'm godlike. I mean, Justin comes the closest for sure.
And Daigo's I think it's different in casual than tournament. Like Daigo's just too good in tournaments. I mean, he's also good in casuals, but I think he has some power. Like he never gets nervous. Or he always know what he's doing. I don't know why he's so good. When I was so into Third Strike, I played too much. Like no studying. Like after school, just go to arcade, stay till 1 a.m. and go home sleep. So I just went to school, and like, after I entered college, sometimes I skipped class. So I think that playing games, maybe you get into it too much sometimes. Yes, because arcades everywhere in Japan, so yeah, I get distracted. Oh, I should go there.
We have Issei over here. Issei, yo, Issei.
I know. I suck. So good.
Why don't you take? Are you taking Street Fighter 4 seriously as Third Strike?
Yeah, I'm trying, but I don't have chance to improve.
He doesn't play anybody, man. That's what it is.
I have to get Xbox.
How come you don't? You just don't have the time.
I don't have enough money.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get him to come down to some sessions, some Street Fighter 4 sessions. We need him. He's a good player. We need good players.
One thing that's really cool about like Street Fighter 4, like it's like the biggest game of the year right now, but you got like one of the top Marvel players in the world, one of the top Third Strike players in the world. I'm just like new blood. I'm trying to come up in the game.
How does this differ from Japan, like the atmosphere at like CF from like your arcade in Shibuya?
People are more friendly. In Japan, it's head-to-head, so we don't have a chance to see each other.
Yeah, but you know who you're playing just from.
Yeah,
like it's like, oh, he's got like whoever that is.
They don't know who it is. Got bodied by random.
Yeah. we memorize the name.
Yeah.
And check later with the cell phone. So we can check the information from cell phone.
So
how do you support yourself?
I have a job. I have a real 9
so
to
balance that, like, and have a girlfriend.
It's hard. It's starting to take its toll now because I feel like everyone is staying on top of their game, leveling up, always playing, traveling, and stuff like that. And I'm kind of falling off a little bit. I will say a little bit. People complain they haven't really been around and stuff like that. But it's hard, when you work till 10 o'clock at night and then you got to go back, in the afternoon. So I mean, I'm trying. I was actually complaining today about how I was actually talking to Arturo and I was like, I got to step my game up. I got to, especially for Evo. But it's hard to balance. I mean, I try my best. I wish I could play a little bit more and travel more. But the mall I used to play at, it was like Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 1 stuff, like 90. I don't know. I guess that came out like 92, 91, 92.
Yeah.
But it was.
Were there any great players?
Oh yeah. Well, to me, when I was 6, 7 years old, and my dad was standing next to me and giving me course, I was just like, I didn't really know what I was doing until. I got a little bit older, and then like my coordination, my dexterity. Obviously, when you're really young, you just kind of play like this. Like when I started coming here, and even then, like back in the days at like the mall, I used to play at the mall. I used to play at an arcade called Fun Zone that was around the area on Long Island. Even back then, growing up, I always heard about Chinatown Fair. There's a place in the city called Chinatown Fair, but I was way too young. My dad didn't want to take me because he was worried about. Because I used to get into fights on Long Island when I started getting good. I'm like an 11-year-old kid, and all these like 23-year-old dudes wanted to beat me up, because like I'd win and stuff like that. So he really didn't want to take me here just to have a chance that something would happen or something like that. But I guess when I started coming here, 2001, and realized that it is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Was the East Coast champ back then?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Eddie Lee was like.
So he was like the god.
Yeah,
of the arcade?
Eddie Lee was the man.
Do you remember first meeting?
Yeah. I still really don't talk to Eddie Lee. Like I'm very like passive. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very reserved. Like I've been coming since 2001. I just became friends with Justin like 2 years ago, and I've seen Justin, like every weekend almost coming here and playing. I'm, like oh, hey, Eddie Lee, I'm Joe, you know, how are you? You know, I was like, that's Eddie Lee, that's Justin, you know, but even back in the day, oh, that's Arturo. Yeah, I just, you know.
So you think SF was really created more community? Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely brought something back. It was dead for a little bit.
Missed it, son. Mr. Hype this, man.
I just came from Rose Island.
Yo, is East Coast not too hungry?
East Coast is hungry.
East Coast is mad hungry, yo.
How was France?
So it was pretty good. Me and Martin dominated the scene pretty well.
Martin is your like
my
bastard
student.
son.
Oh yeah, wait. Before you tell the story, do you like me and Joe for SBL team? You think we'll qualify?
Yeah.
In Cali?
I think you have a good chance.
Yo, we in there, yo. We in there. Me and Joe. We in there, yo, like that. Yo, Joe, like when he's on, he's got it. Joe's on.
So what happened in France?
There was SBL qualifiers in France with Third Strike and Street Fighter 4. Me and Martin went out there. We won Street Fighter 4. And we decided to enter Third Strike. So it's a 3-man team, so we decided to put like this guy named Shen Chang from Texas
They just don't know.
on the team.
And the guy who beat Lester? No.
He's the one that beat Amir Third Strike last season. And so it's basically 2-on-3 now. Me, Martin versus whoever's team we fight. And Martin sucks in Third Strike, so he loses every match in Third Strike. So it becomes 1-man versus 3. And I OCV, which means one character victory in every team, and I won Third Strike, SPO spots. So
you just Third Strike. So how much do you practice Third Strike nowadays? You
never.
Have no time. So
The
just
last
all
time,
from your best memory.
only time I played Third Strike is from tournaments. So I never really practice, and you know, like if you look at from my gameplay from round 1 to the end, it's basically I start from worse to better. So I got better every time.
And what about SF4? Was there SF4 in the tournament?
Oh yeah, there was a singles tournament. Me and Martin got first and second.
Okay.
And
was there Japanese players? Or is it all European?
There's one Japanese player entered named Boss, but he's not really known for Street Fighter 4. He's known for
beat him in
CVS2.
in Third Strike.
No, he didn't even play Third Strike.
Okay.
He only plays Capcom vs. K2 as his main game.
Okay.
But he entered Street Fighter 4 for fun, but he didn't make it out.
So have you been in any money matches? Oh, of course, yeah.
Not here, not lately. Yeah, not
Used to
lately.
be, right?
Used to be, but I've been kind of.
I remember once somebody was telling me about like a $3,000 one.
Oh yeah, that was at Evo.
Did you lose that one?
No, I won. Evolution, me versus John Choi. The prize pool was $6,000 per side. So basically, it was a best of 5 games. 5 different games are being played. Alpha 2, Marvel's Capcom. So Alpha 2, Marvel's Capcom 2, Third Strike, Capcom vs. K2 is Super Turbo. And whoever wins 3 out of the 5 won. So John Choi won Alpha 2 and Super Turbo. I won Marvel 2, Third Strike, and then the final game was.
What was it like when so much money's on the line?
It was the same thing for me. I'm really used to it. Like I don't really get my hit in the head. I keep my cool at all times. Like I never got like disturbed in my head or like say I can't win or anything like that. I always try to pull through at my ability, and you know it always comes through. You always have to have a positive attitude when you play. That's the best consistent way to win.
How do you shut that? How do you just like? You've never been you never feel nervous.
Even at my first tournament, I took it. I didn't even know it was a tournament at first, so I took it as a regular thing where I just play a bunch of people. So I just think about that, like, oh, you know, I went to the arcade, put $1 on the machine, and just playing for fun. That's all I really think about.
No, they are good.
What does it feel like to have the consciousness that you're the best player in the world? Like, does it feel like?
Well, it definitely feeds my ego for a little bit. I try to contain it as much as possible, but you know, it's all for fun, and you know, I like to keep my status up there, and you know, like people, I like when people come to me, hey Justin, you know, what's up? And even people off the street, they do that. So yeah, they recognize me on the street. Oh, this is a GameStop final T-shirt. Only 16 people in the world have it. People that qualify for GameStop. It's like I came, saw I had Hadouken. Hadouken is a fireball from a character in Street Fighter. And it says like GameStop files like got that.
So when did Triforce first approach you? Like, when did that
2003. And Empire first started, and it was basically like he was developing like a group of gamers to like develop the game culture. And he came up to me and was like, hey, you're an influential gamer, so come through. And I said, all right, let me hear what the company was about. And I liked the ideals, and here I am, like 6 years.
Many versus men.
Were you ever scared when somebody's gonna like say
I don't really care because I like the competition. Like so,
you wish that somebody was gonna step in.
It brings more content to the scene where people have a chance. Because when people say I used to be banned from tournaments where Justin Wong cannot enter tournaments. I was like, all right, that's cool. I don't really care as long as the scene keeps coming up. Because if there's no scene, then I can't really play, and there'll be no. It won't be banned because you're too good. Yeah.
That was smart stuff. Like when you're doing
so they weren't mad. It was just like, it'll be better if I wasn't there. Because people online, they're like, oh, who's gonna win second place instead of who's gonna win first place? So if I'm not there, they'll be like, oh, let me win for first place.
Isn't there so much pressure though when it's expected to win?
I'm ready to go back. Not really. Like there's a lot of pressure and everything, but it's all for fun, and I like to prove people wrong.
Smart never beat you?
He only beat me in games like that he plays, like Guilty Gear, and I'm not that good at Guilty Gear. So, but anything like Street Fighter 4 related or Third Strike, never. I just play and it just flows to me. And the fact that I can read people pretty well just helps the process even better.
Yeah, I want to know more about that process of being
special power.
Psychic. Is it just like how do you find a pattern in somebody's gameplay?
Sometimes I throw baits out there where I will do something that I would not normally do in a gameplay, and if I see they don't do anything about it, then I know from there what's their habits and what's their game plan when they're playing me.
Give me an example. Give me an example of in SF4.
Okay, let's say I have Balrog and I do one of his rush punches, right? Because he has 4 different versions. Right? A straight, a gut punch, an overhead, and a low. So I would do all 4 in a specific pattern to see how they counteract, to see if they think I'm gonna do the same one twice, or am I following this specific one, or whatever. So from there, if I know, let's say I do a dash punch first one, and the second time maybe I'm gonna do a dash punch, but they start blocking low. From there, I know that they're gonna keep blocking low, and that's when I just go into the overhead instead. Because I know that they're thinking that I will never do that move.
What does Pringles mean? And did Yipes invent that?
Yeah, Yipes invented the Pringles terms, and it basically means that you break easily. Because if you think about the Pringles chip, they break easily. So if you're Pringles, that means you break easily.
And Haagen-Dazs?
Oh, I don't know what Haagen-Dazs is. It just sounds funny.
Scoops.
Scoops Haagen-Dazs, right? So I would think, in my opinion, Scoops is when you get grabbed because you're scooping someone. Yeah. So I guess to compliment Scoops, they say Haagen-Dazs because you could get a scoop of Haagen-Dazs ice cream and shit. The Marvel scene is more thugged out. They talk more shit. And Street Fighter 4 scene, they're just casual. They just want to play the game. But it's good. Street Fighter 4, I like the Marvel scene because I like the shit talking, the drama. But all the Marvel players are converting to Street Fighter 4, so they're bringing the shit talking and the thugging out to Street Fighter 4. So it's going to be interesting to watch and to see how it's developed and everything.
And what about East Coast, West Coast beef? Is it kind of died out because Marvel's over? Or
it's not died out because Street Fighter 4 is a new game, and everyone wants to see who's the better coast. And West Coast did some good shit here, but East Coast retaliate back. Me winning the GameStop finals promotes me as the national champion, so East Coast is the national champion right now.
Who's the best on the West Coast?
I don't know, actually. It's pretty random. It's inconsistent placings. Like one day you can see Gutex getting first, the next day you can see Gutex getting 13th. Yeah. So it's inconsistent. But that tells us that there's a lot of good players out there. Yeah. So hopefully, at EVO we'll see what they have to bring to the table.
And what about I saw this interview on YouTube by Dark Prince. Have you ever seen that where he trashes everybody.
Oh,
Is
that's a long time
I
ago.
know it's a long time ago.
But-
Has that ever been resolved? Like that tension?
Yeah, that's been resolved. Not a lot of people like Dark Prince. He he's a cool guy in person, but you know how offline e-thugging people are.
Yeah.
Online, offline type of personalities. But
ultimately, if East Coast vanquished all those players.
Yeah, East Coast vanquished West Coast and Marvel's Capcom 2 at Evolution. It definitely did.
Yeah. So those matches must have been ridiculously hyped.
Yeah.
Although it must have been more West Coast players there because it was in
It's in West Coast territory, and but there's a bunch of East Coast people came, so you see like one side of the room is West Coast, and the other side of the room East Coast, chanting, like they're close and shit. But in the end, I beat Chunkster, who's from California, and for the Marvel's Capcom 2 title. So that was good.
I just want to say that props to Joe on that money match. Did his thing, but 5-2 Honda versus Sagat. Yeah, Mike Ross, I beat him 5-2 Honda versus Sagat. Step your shit up. When you come back over here, when I go over there to Evo, Honda mirror match. No bullshit. You came over here last time, we play other characters. Now when I go over there, we gonna play Honda mirror match. And we gonna see how that rocks. Nah, I'm just naturally good. Like, I got a natural talent. And if I see something, then like,
See the glasses.
yeah, glasses absorb, man. Glasses.
Observe.
Yeah, I observe things. When I see it, it's mine. I see Mike Ross's shit.
Come on, man.
When I see him, he's mine. I'm gonna body him. Yeah, money match when I get over there, and that's that. East Coast style, Empire style.
I always play on the hardest level of every game that I play. There's no other way to play, and I went out to other places and got my butt handed to me, stuff like that. Because one of the things I feel is that you can't get better unless you lose, and you lose greatly, because that's when you actually get that drive to become better. So when I finally actually did face him and I completely wiped the floor with him,
Can you describe that match like in detail? Like
of course.
Who were the three players he chose, and who were the three players he chose?
The three players that he chose the Orochi New Face team, but he picked them in Orochi mode, which is basically their powered up version.
Yeah.
I picked Leona as my first character, Kyo Kusanagi, and I picked Yoriyagami.
Yeah.
His order was Yashiro, Chris, and Shermie. He was a big Shermie player because Shermie's a grapple character and she's also a projectile character.
Right.
So she's kind of two things into one. And her grapples do a considerable amount of damage. She's kind of like a female Zangief, if you want to look at that. So when it came down to the first round, and I remember that we were playing at the American Wonderland stage. I can never forget that because the most annoying music.
King of Fighters?
97.
Oh yeah. The game with mad slowdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slowdown was crazy. It was PlayStation 1 version I was playing with it too, so.
They switched up.
Yeah.
Right now.
It was at the American. What is it? I have go into my room in the back there, and I have a set of keys. My keys, probably the King of Fighters posters on the door. Go and get my keys, and there's a bottle opener in there. How can I put that? Okay, Leona's my first character, and he had Yashiro coming out as his first character. Leona to me is an anti-air character because most of her most valuable moves and most efficient moves are done in the air. And she's also a charged character. She's kind of like hold back, forward. She's a charged character. Remember the first round started off, the first thing that came out was a Moon Slasher, because I knew he was going to jump at me. A Moon Slasher is basically, it counts as any air character because it's like a crescent moon that she slashes up in the air. That caught him. I was actually surprised. And one thing about King of Fighters, there's no air block. So that was a guaranteed hit off the back. Then once that happened, I was charging up back. I did her dashing slash to a flip. That didn't catch. He threw me to the other side of the screen. After that, I was playing things strategically, and I was throwing earring bombs for about maybe a good 5-10 seconds. And if you use different buttons, you get different angles. So I was trying to switch them up and kind of psych them out with throwing them, faking, and throwing them low on the ground, having them roll for a bit. Towards the end of the match, Yashiro beat me. He put up a special where he grabs you in the air and just slams you both back and forth, and that just wiped me out. So I was kind of like, okay, well, he got my Leona character, okay. So I come out with Kyo Kusanagi, and I pick the old version of him, where he can actually shoot flames on the floor, instead of actually having his Wicked Shoot combo. And he was maybe at half health when the fight started. So after that, Kyo Kusanagi, I come out with him. I was doing my combos, RED kicks to flame uppercuts. I was doing fireballs into his triple kick combo. One of the moves I use a lot with Kyo is his forward kick. If you hold down forward and press his hard kick butt, he'll come out with 2 kicks and actually advance himself forward. After that, a couple of moves and a couple of combos with Kyo, Yashiro died. He was done. So now it's down to 2 and 2. I had maybe a quarter of my health left, quarter HP left. His character comes out. For some odd particular reason, I knew that character front and back. I knew how dangerous he was. So I had to keep him at bay. So I was keeping my distance, just throwing fireballs on the floor, keep throwing fireballs on the floor. And that kept him away to a point where he started doing his projectile. His projectile, Chris and Orochimoto's projectile will take up the whole radius of the screen. It's the entire radius. There's any fireball that's been thrown at him, that one fireball will take that fireball, deflect it, and then just keep going. So there's no way to get past that. One thing from King of Fighters that I like about it that Capcom really doesn't have in their games is called an evade. Basically, you can actually dodge into the background and get away from different things and go around moves. So when he was doing that, because he found out that I was doing fireballs constantly on the floor to keep him away, he knew my strategy. So he kept doing his fireballs, which was like 3 times stronger than mine. So I had to really think fast and change up everything, my entire game plan. So that's when I started doing super jumps. And a super jump basically got me not in front of him, but close to the point that if I didn't react fast enough, he could do a fireball and actually kill me. And I would just get caught up into it, and my character would have been dead with just 2 shots. So the minute I had landed over there, I caught an evade. An evade, an emergency attack. An emergency attack is when you use one special move to actually take a hit, take no damage, and go behind the character. So once I go behind his character, grab him, throw him on the floor, kept a close range, thinking in my mind that he has close range moves as well. Chris, his Orochi uppercut, takes about maybe more than a quarter health of what I had. So I had to make sure I was, just playing a dodge and roll game with him. So every time he got up, I would do a dodge and roll, go behind him. Knowing that when his character got up, he was facing this way, I would roll till I was on this side of him. So I could always change up combos. So one thing I was doing, I was just evading back and forth and staying on each side of him. Whenever he got up, I was in the opposite direction to the point where it would take his character a certain amount of time to face me and block the attacks. Surprisingly enough, I took out his Chris with Kyo without getting hit, not one time. So basically, after that round, I got about maybe to half health without getting hit. So, because after every round, you gain a certain amount of health back. So I have half health now, and he's on his last character, and that's his best character. So the match starts off. The minute he does, he rushes at me and grabs me. He starts grabbing my character, and it takes about maybe half the health that I got back. So now I'm down to a quarter again. He goes back, and I know he's gonna go for his special move where she flies at you, and she has like lightning coming out of her legs. And that move takes about, when she's coming at you, there's lightning coming out of her legs going on both bottom and top of the screen. So regardless, if you jump, if you evade, if you crouch, you're getting hit with something. So I know I couldn't do anything, so I tried to dash back as far as I can to see if maybe I'll time the move out to the point where she can land on the floor. She lands on the floor in front of me, but he pulls off a move where he spins at me with lightning on her feet, and that kills me off. So now I'm down to my best character against his best character, both full HP. Surprising enough, I come out with only getting hit twice. Match starts off, I pull off some fireballs over, I run at him with one of his moves that grabs the character on the floor and just puts flames on him and just bursts on them. Okay, so now I got him down to half health. He gets up, I pull up a flame uppercut, it's about a 3-hit combo, flame damage. I activate my special, because in King of Fighters when you activate, it takes up 1 special gauge and then 1 special left over. He got on the floor, I did a super jump, kicked him, when I got to the floor, got into a Maiden Masher EX, threw him on the floor, ripped him apart.
Wow.
And
what happened? What did you do when you won?
When I won, I literally I was in shock. I dropped the controller, I looked at him and I said, "You gave this match to me." And he goes, "No, seriously, I was playing with everything I had." And he goes, "You're just that good now. You've just gotten so much better in such a short amount of time." And I said,
How long has it been?
It had been maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops.
Wow.
And it was more or less like, I was just still astonished because I was like, "No, seriously, you let me win that." And he goes, no, you really beat me. I give it my all and you beat me. And ever since after that, I'm like, wow, I was in shock for a long period of time. And then ever since that, I've been just pushing myself and striving, and I've been looking for competition.
I've heard about it here. One of my friends that comes here, he said, "Oh, they got the new Street Fighter." I'm like, okay. I tried it out. I liked it. You know, it was all good. And then I picked out Forte because of OJ, and everything is good now.
What's OJ? What's OJ?
OJ!
Yo,
OJ!
Manny, if you want a money match, Andy for 50 tonight.
Andy?
Yeah. The Honda player.
Oh.
More money matches?
The someone? The tall one,
black
right?
guy with glasses.
Oh, he's like kind of bulky.
Yeah.
Tell him next week, because I already got one next week.
Yo, he said next week.
This is OJ.
That's OJ. I heard your name called the whole time.
This is my teacher right here. It wasn't for him. Wasn't for him. I would have learned.
Smart stuff. That one frame reversal, awesome.
So yeah, what's your
awesome.
commentary on the fight?
What happened?
What's your commentary on the match?
I mean, the match was good. It was good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he wanted to show that they can beat Sagat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But Sagat was a good player too.
Did he use any techniques that you taught him?
Yeah, he got
everything I know I done is because of him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So how did you meet?
Right here.
Yeah, right here.
He played on Forte. I stood right next to him, watched his fingers, learned. Yeah. All of a sudden, I played with him.
You were watching. So what was he doing? Like, give me an example.
He was just doing a whole bunch of things. Like when you watch out Forte, you can't really tell what he's doing because there's a whole bunch of moving.
So you had to ask him.
I didn't ask him.
He just observed.
Yeah.
He watched.
And after a while, I seen what he did, and I did it myself, and I learned. And then from there.
When did he first approach you, though?
I think I approached him.
Yeah, because I noticed he wasn't playing Blanca anymore. He was playing Blanca first. You know what I'm saying? But then he just switched over to Fuerte. So I was like, all right. I got somebody with me, a tag team partner. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for that. Because Fuerte in the beginning, it's like a lot of money to try to learn. You know what I'm saying? When Street Fighter first came out.
OJ, bro.
I was just happy to have somebody, we could share rounds, and that was awesome. Saving that dollar.
Yeah. What up? This is Art. Hey, yo, East Coast, we got right? We got Yo, we got Manny playing Fuerte versus Eric, Smooth Viper. First time for 200, yo. Yo, me personally, I got 10 on Manny, yo. Bro! You like Eric? I got 10 on Manny. You like Eric? Eric like you. I like Eric. What, you like Eric? Let's go! Let's go! Alright, here we go. Game one. Eric got this shit. What a new fifth. Both of the illusion. Oh, you tight. You tight. Oh, shit. Hold on. Don't get too gas. Hold up. Don't get too gas. Hold on. Don't get too gas, nigga. Hold up. Let's get this shit straight.
Let's go. Put in another dollar. That nigga Sam right now. My nigga Eric got this. He got this. Shout out to Sam. You making money, dog. That's another dollar. You right there.
Yo, I still like Manny.
Nigga, let's go the fucking game, nigga.
Let's go, man. We in there. Kuma, what's good? Yo, Kuma. It's just hype. Yo, I got it.
You got it.
What? I'm back Manny over me. Oh, word? I like it. I gotta process that. Alright, game 2. Eric up 1-0.
I'm good. Let's get this money, Eric. Get that nigga who won. That nigga's already 25% down. Get that nigga who won. You little bitch.
Noel giving him some help. He's shaking his hand.
East Coast. Come on, you never.
East Coast Godlike. East Coast Godlike, right? East Coast Godlike. That's right. Godlike.
But but you never throw a fireball when my nigga and put that as ultra.
No word. Yeah.
Oh, what? That's BFB.
Alright, game 3. 1-1 right now. Let's get it started, B.
Mexicans are not supposed to win, man.
Grab those. You can't do combos. You can't do Eric, had a pick. Word? Yeah. We on Xbox Live right now? Nigga, he swings better than you do. Oh, you suck. We got ourselves a match. We just got ourselves a match. Nah, not yet, not yet. Put a bait, put a bait, put a bait. Long game. They keep us in the air. No matter how you land it, if you hit them, then the combo is supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be natural. You're supposed to naturally be able to...
distance, though. There's distancing involved usually. So if I do the training mode combo over and over, and I can do Sea Viper's combo, boom, 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 double fierce, crouching fierces, ground pound, flame kicks, all this extra shit in there, right? Now if I do it in a match, I'm looking literally to make it to where I hit them at a standing position as if it's training mode. So we're back to training mode. Doing it in a match when someone's moving is totally different. Setting that whole position up is like, you're literally like, okay, how am I gonna make him stand still or bait him to stand still to do the combo?
But that has to do with you being a smart player. That goes all the way back to basics in terms of setting people up in the whole mind games behind how you're playing. It's all, that's how you set, see, that's the thing. But you set people up for what you want. That's how you win the match.
Even I saw some video Justin said it. He said, when I play, he's like, I come to CF when the game came out on SCF, whatever, in August or whatever. He's like, even though there's a 6-win cap, I play the game over and over on the computer to try out combos because I don't have training mode, and B, I need to know how to do it on a moving target. If they have a wake up option, you're free to wake up. There's nothing you can do about it.
What about Rose?
She can't. That's a whack character you're never gonna come across. That's what I mean, though.
And Pete, this see Viper. Let's say you go for a cross up. Her Thunder Knuckle isn't always gonna win. In fact, her Thunder Knuckle gets beat out by grabs. El Fuerte could do his run and jump splash grab and beats her out of her anti-air.
Yeah. So you're playing serious. If you're doing Thunder Knuckles and stuff like that at those times, you're not playing serious. Because the serious thing to do would literally do nothing. You're gonna do nothing and wait for to punish them. You're gonna want 100% punish. You're not gonna try, okay, he's doing a belly flop on me, I'm gonna try to Thunder Knuckle.
It's 50-50 though.
That's something you try, that's casual play, that's not guaranteed to win.
He's a guest character though. He's a character that puts you in messed up situations where you have to guess.
All you want to do is focus and dash back.
No, you can't do that because if he does the grab, then he's gonna grab your focus attack.
You dash back.
It's not free like that. If you jump, and let's say you don't want to get hit by it. Let's say you jump. How do you know if I'm doing it looks exactly the same. You don't know if I'm going to do a splash or a grab. That's why it's a mix-up. You know what I'm saying? And what if you dash back? Let's say I run and I do the slide. It's a mix-up. The whole thing is that he gets you in the same situation over and over again, and God forbid he hits you with a standing fierce. Go right into the slap infinite. He sucks.
Anyway.
He sucks.
Well, I believe, honestly, when it comes to SNK games versus Capcom games, Capcom games are more user-friendly. Like, for example, for special combinations, everything would just be a down forward, or repetition move. And more or less SNK is more of an intricate-based system where to pull off a special move, you would have to first go to down to forward, back, and have a couple of button motions into the mix of everything. Like, a perfect example would be Geese Howard, his Neo Raising Storm. That's a forward to back forward, and it's about maybe 6 compilation of buttons plus a down forward punch. You know, I don't really see a Street Fighter person pulling that off, and this is why SNK games didn't really get as popular. And another fact that goes into it is SNK never really diverted from their graphical suit. It was more or less like they gave you more bang for your buck gameplay-wise and didn't worry about graphics, where Capcom did the complete opposite. They toned everything down, took fewer characters out, and then made the graphics like a WoW context. Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the main reasons for me to why like SNK never really got as popular, but it has its community and fan base. I've been actually disappointed with most of the Street Fighter games when it comes to ending-wise, for the simple fact that it's like, I mean, we saw great endings for Street Fighter II The World Warrior when it debuted in 1990, and we really haven't seen great Street Fighter endings until Street Fighter IV. So, I mean, Alpha didn't really have great endings, any of the Alpha series. The Versus series with the Capcom members, they didn't really have great endings, but I mean, King of Fighters, I give them hands down with endings because it varied on team, who was on your teams. You could have an edit ending. There was actually people, like if you actually put a certain amount of people into a team for storyline, you actually get more in-depth storylines. Like an example is King of Fighters 97. If you pick Kyoku Tsunagi, Yori Yagami, and Kagura Sezuru, you get the Orochi ending, which is basically they go into the history of 500 years ago when both clans were feuding, and it's like a whole 5-minute epic intro like ending and stuff. So there was times when I used to live in Manhattan, and I used to go to the laundromat, and there was a laundromat, and there was an SNK game, there was a Neo Geo Arcade that had 4 games in one, and one of the games there was King of Fighters 98. And I would just roughly spend maybe $4 on laundry and $24 on King of Fighters, and it was just more or less like even my laundry was done, I'd have it next to me, and I would just keep practicing combos, doing moves, learning specials. My first adversary that I found actually when I was in high school at the time, and we were playing King of Fighters 97, and it was a Japanese import for the PlayStation 1, and that's why I actually found my first intricate competition, and that's what actually strived me to get better, is because when I first played him, I really didn't have much knowledge or experience with the game, because this was actually in 98 when I first played 97. Want a beer, by the way? No, I'm fine. And he whooped me, he OCV'd me. OCV is one character victory. He wiped the floor with me in '97, and that actually made me want to get better learning combos on different characters and eventually being able to play with every character in the game.
You know what happened to this guy? Are you still playing?
I try to keep contact with him, but for some reason I got the impression that he stopped playing video games because a lot of the people who he hung out with told him to grow up. And if not playing video games is growing up, then I really don't want to grow up.
No, Street Fighter 4 got second place in the first tournament.
I hate Street Fighter 4, but I play it just because everybody else plays it.
Oh, no, that's
They're straight good. Ken is awesome. You just got, you know what it is? You know why I beat you? You don't space me as much as you space other people. Maybe because I'm reckless?
Yeah.
I'm reckless, you don't know where the fuck I'm going?
I can't space for Necro because you just do the... Ken is a weird
You can space anybody. Justin does that shit all the time. It doesn't fucking matter.
I need to play Justin. I think he's never around. He hates their strike.
He hates their strike?
He hates their strike.
Why?
Boring.
It's the best game ever. I can even say Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the best game, but I don't even play that game.
I can't get into it. People consider me pro in Street Fighter 3.
You're a pro.
I'm not that.
Dude, you're like, you and Matt have like the best chem.
Oh, yeah.
You just need to learn.
That is good, yo.
You know what it is? I know what to do. I just don't do it. Like for oral, you know, people parry a lot. I'm supposed to do it a lot. No, jump up, and I don't do that. I don't do fucking overhead super a lot. I don't even do a lot of overhead. I know the spacing and all that shit, but I don't fucking do it because I don't know why. I just it's not.
It just sucks because like they're like all the top players who play their strike like are new, like they're not around anymore. You know, like Darren. He barely comes. He only comes on tournament days, and he doesn't get practice. He doesn't have a fucking PS2. He's fucked up all the time.
Really?
Hell yeah. Yo, Issei raised him like 10-1. And Issei said that he didn't want to beat him 10 straight. That's why he gave him 1 round. He said that shit.
You know what's funny? When I was beating Issei, Jai told me that he went easy on you.
Wait, what?
He doesn't play serious. Because the second time he came, I whooped him straight. Because the first time he came, he whooped me. I couldn't do anything. But the next time he came, I don't know what it is. How can I beat him and not Justin as much? I don't get it. Remember the second time he came?
You know what it is? It's play style.
I thought when I first saw him.
No, see me?
He's playing a character. He's playing
If I had
young.
to pick a hairstyle for my
He
head,
can
I
turtle.
would do that.
And he does turtle, you know? But it's much easier to hit Issei because he's trying to create opportunity the whole fight. Whereas Justin waits for you to shoot.
Shut up.
I ripped that shit off of Justin's book, man. I just stay back. I just hold down back, and niggas make mistakes. That's why we never down.
That's what he says. That's what Justin says. I'll wait for them to make mistakes and punish them.
If I pick the top tier, and you know I'm the most prideful motherfucker there is, yo. If I pick the top tier, just pick a top tier. You want to win, yo? Pick a fucking top tier.
I don't even like Balrog like that no more, man.
Pick him, yo. Pick a top tier.
He switches all the time.
You ever noticed the top tier players
these days? These days he's just switching.
Yeah, he's the no. Now I think he's Kami Akuma.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. You have to have that. You know, I mean, yeah, you want to mess around with other characters, but look at Japan. One character forever, till death. One character.
Look at all the people that the character people. The top players are winning. A lot of the reason is because they know who the best characters are and they go to them.
Yo, I went to Japan. Yo,
no,
hold on. Real talk.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep that shit so real right now. You and Arturo are the two only people that I thoroughly respect. That just picked your characters when the game came out.
Yo,
like you always stay with Sagat.
Yeah, I respect. I respect.
Arturo always stayed with Dolphin.
That's good shit, Sanford.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't just run at them because they were like really good characters. They always played them in other games. I ran the top tiers. I keep it real. I ran the top tiers. Fuck it. I'm tired of Ken. I'm tired of like outplaying somebody and then they just a miraculous ultra and then they fucking like beat me or it's a close match for something. I'm tired of that. I want to just have priority, just whore it out,
damage,
and just get the free damage. I'm tired of it. Fuck working. Who wants to work? I want the money to work for me. I'm tired of working for the money.
I want to know one of Sanford's most memorable matches.
Yo, Sanford, he wants to know one of your most memorable matches.
Beating Justin Wong for the first time.
Hi, camera.
Beating that nigga for the first time in tournament was my crowning achievement.
What game was that?
Marvel.
Marvel? Yeah. Damn, my nigga gets respect for that. Respect.
DDR rock.
Tell me about which
I'm the first person he ever lost.
DDR.
Which tournament was it?
It was I think it was Breakpoint 4 or some shit. It was like Breakpoint 4, yeah.
Breakpoint?
It was the first Marvel tournament he ever lost.
Damn.
In 4 years.
And then you just switch up back and forth.
I mean, I always knew I could beat him. It was a timing thing, you know. I just happened to beat him that time. I was on his heels already. I was already almost beating him every tournament I played him. It's just like finally got him.
Damn.
So everybody tells me like whenever I ask about you, they're saying,
"Yo, interview this man. He's got like interview this man. Do you know who this is? Do you know who that is?
I don't know about it, man.
Who's that? What's up?
Man, he is the man. My nigga is he's the guy that hypes matches up. You can't go wrong with him. My nigga hypes matches up.
Yo, I am so OG in this scene. It's not even funny, yo.
Where's Eddie Lee, man?
Eddie Lee's chilling, man. He actually comes here like every now and then.
What's your name?
I'm gonna meet him.
Huh? I don't give a fuck. I'll make an unless
he comes in like every now and then, like every Friday.
Who, her?
No, Eddie Lee.
Oh.
So
you and him are the OG.
He's real OG. Like he's more OG than me. Josh Wickfall. Let me tell you something right now. Come here.
Captain is
Execution. Yo, come here. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna spit some true facts right now. There are 3 Marvel players in the whole world that has beaten me just in the Yipes tournament. 3. Only 3. So, when you think about it, those 3 people have done all they need to do in their careers in the game, you know? Like, Desmond? He's one of the few people in the world that has beaten me just in the Yipes
nobody,
tournament.
baby. I'm a nobody.
He's beaten all 3 of us.
Sanford is famous. Come on now.
I would say Demon Hayo has beaten all 3 of us as well, and so is Josh Wakefield. He's beaten all 3 of us, but those 3 people are the only 3 that's beaten us, all 3 of us in the tournament. Like no one's ever beat all 3 of us. Shout out to my fam, people.
That's the man right here. You know?
But
that's that dude right here.
I try. I'm only that dude when my boys is around me, you know. They're that support.
Get that support.
You know what I'm saying? That support is godlike, and I get that support back. That's why I'm always hyped. Well, it wasn't like me versus him per se. It was the hype. It was the most hype event in Evo ever. I mean, it was like 2 styles transcending like I like developed my own style of play, and so did Duck. Duck plays like his own style of play, so it was like a clash. Like Duck was like
Why you gotta call me Captain Sable?
2-time Evo champion, and I was like one of the best players of the East Coast, probably second best of the East Coast at the time, you know. And people wanted to see me play him because I never really played him like that, like in tournaments and stuff, and for high stakes. So
And this is only the beginning.
generally wanted to see that, and I beat him. You know? And me and Duck are really cool, you know, cool in real life. He knew I was better than him. But,
It's the same shit. Yeah, but it's the
you know,
same shit.
The question
You see
still
what we
remains:
just
is
seen
can
in
he
there?
beat me?
It's gonna be the same broken
No
shit.
one knows, but the last time we met, I
Oh,
bought it.
hell
I
no.
beat him. So,
What do you think about Empire?
Empire's awesome, and I think Empire's the best thing going on. Honestly, I'm part of Empire. You know? Empire's a family, you know. It's like family. Well, generally, when I play Justin, me and Justin know that it comes down to a thinking contest. It's a thinking contest. It's like mental, you know. He knows I won't do anything unsafe most of the time, and vice versa. I know he won't do a lot of things unsafe as well. It may seem weird or sound weird, but that also actually allows me to figure him out easier because I know he's not gonna do anything stupid, you know? And I'm ready for the dumb shit just in case he doesn't. You know? So I'm in essence forcing him to play a particular way against me. Well, Marvel is a game where everybody can come together. You know, you don't even have to play Marvel to like surround the game and make it hype. It's just a hype game. It's so like devastating the way people die in the game and stuff, and combos, and you know, you gotta hype it up right. Like, you just gotta know like who to be around and stuff like that. It's a fun game to watch. You know? I particularly don't care for it much no more, but it's it's a fun game.
Why don't you care for it?
You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I've been keeping it real a lot lately. I've always kept it real, but I keep it more 100%. You know, honestly, I've done a lot in the game. You know, I can honestly say I'm one of the best players in the game, and that's enough for me to say. You know. So.
What's your name?
Stacy.
So what's your game?
King of Fighters, all of them.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but I've been here for like 2 years, and I came here like the third day I was in New York, so I come here every single day. Yeah, actually, it was this Japanese guy, actually the first Japanese guy I met named Akira, and he was here on a trade student thing, and he didn't really speak any English, but he played the game, and like when I saw how he played the game, like he did stuff that like seemed impossible, like I know you're not that good with eye-hand coordination, but and he was just amazing, man. And like he seen me coming and playing him, knowing I couldn't beat him, and he liked my perseverance or whatever. So he started to teach me with his horrible English, man, every day, and I got better and better and better. And like to me, that was like kind of like my hero in the gaming. Kiro was like a classic. He was actually like a character pulled out of the game. Like he wore spikes, the long hair, the headband, his movements, everything about him was like a character, man. Like even beyond the game, like when he go to smoke a cigarette, he does it like anime, man. Everything about him was like animated, man. And like he was so into the story. Like he would ask me like, do you know the story behind this game? Like in his horrible English. But I used the three heroes from the SNK world, Terry Bogard, Ryo Sakazaki, and Kyo Kusanagi. And those are to this day still my favorite characters or whatever. And like it was and I used to like color coordinate their costumes because each button is a different color. I was all into that. And like just one day, man, like I was King, Yamazaki, and Leona. That was his three favorite. And like it started off like he's dominating me at first, but then something in me was just like, wait a second, man, like this dude is not that great, like better than the rest of us, man. Let me just focus, man, and let me just not try to attack him since he's extremely aggressive. Let me just wait for a minute and see what I can do. And I start to hit him more and more and more, and I'm like, whoa, you can be hit, man. You bleed, man. And it's just like a kung fu movie when the guy finally get the hit, like how they block for like an hour, and then as soon as the one person get hit, now they get hit all the time. So it's like after I hit him a few times and I noticed his energy was going down, and I'm like, wait, man, like you can get defeated. I see, man, you're not invincible, man. And I just kept focusing in on him and what he was doing, not so much about how I can get to him. I'm watching him zip around the screen and come in and come out and roll behind me and do all of this, and I'm like, just wait for him, man, because he's gonna have an opening. And that's what he told me. Everybody has openings, and I'm like, let me just wait for this dude. Let me just wait, man. And I just started to beat him, and then we was both on our last character, and he actually started off with a full bar, and I had a half because he was destroying me. And it's a thing on the game where you can power up and your hits take more damage. I did that in the very beginning, so it kind of evened out when I was poking at him. And I hit him with a lucky super. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of lucky because he whiffed the move and I capitalized on it. And then next thing I know, he jumped in the air, which is something he never does, man. And he knows me I'm like the anti-air king. Don't jump in the air. I will own you in the air, man. And he did the mistake, and I capitalized on it. And the hit on King of Fighters, when the last hit is like a flash effect and the screen flash red. When I hit him the last time and I saw that my dude, like it was actually like a trade of hits, man. But I had more energy because I was powered up, and obviously my hit took more damage than his. So he thought he won, but I won. And like when I saw that my guy was still in the, with the uppercut motion in the air, I'm like, Akira, you have just been defeated, man. For the first time, I completely ran out the arcade, just ran out, and that was my happiest shit.
Are you inventing this, man?
Nah. It's the truth, man. If my girlfriend was here, I tell her this story all the time, man. And I'll never forget how he said, like, man, you find it, you better than me, man. And that alone was better than beating him in the game. Like, I was so happy that I ran out the building. Like, man, I'll never forget that feeling, man. And like I noticed, like Japanese people have a lot of honor, man. And like he didn't complain or nothing. He just said, "Man, you beat me." And like after more times, he's like, "Man, you're actually better than me now." And I'm like, "Damn, like that meant so much, man." It's like that's one of like my best like accomplishments, man, in life, I guess. I mean, it's small, but to me, as a little kid in the mind, that was like the best, man, because I felt like I beat Master now, man. So. It was good. You know, as being an American, like in the video game world, Asian people are feared, man, because they're so much better. But in actuality, that's not the truth, man. Like if you practice and you play them, you'll beat them eventually. Like I beat so many of these guys, man. And when I first came here, there's no way I could beat them. But now I can. Like I can either hang with them or beat them completely.
I don't know, what is it that you don't understand? I think you got the basis of what I'm saying.
All right, like
this is what. Yeah, you can only be hit for 5 frames, and the other 5 frames are within the base. You know, look how much hit advantage. Shit. You know what I mean? You can't fight against this thing with buttons, and then look how much it gives them on hit. Damn. Jab. That's why his combos are so easy. You ever did Balrog's combos? Mm-hmm. That's why you can jab, 7+ frames with a 3-frame jab, right? That means he has 6 lazy frames to time it.
Down punch, no, it's punch, down punch, and the headbutt,
headbutt
into the ultra.
People do that like water these days. What's
the key to get the ultra out faster? Because I'm having a hard time getting the ultra out.
When you do the headbutt, go up back. Do headbutt up backwards.
Okay.
So you keep your charge and you hold it up backwards. And you slide the joystick down.
Because usually when people are coming down,
nobody's immortal. Everybody can lose. You gotta keep up. You gotta be on the watch out. Don't sleep on nobody. You were doing fine. Just teleport on.
Yeah, because it's like
I would do it too.
I couldn't get away from anything. Like
it's just that I don't think you ever knocked me down for me to teleport. You never put me in a pressure situation where I say, "Oh my God, I need to get out of here."
Mine is like I'll just do like a lot of cross-ups, but I only have like maybe 2 or 3 main combos. I just learned the one that you were doing. You do them 3 short kicks into the scissor, then you focus out of it and dash forward. I can't get that because my timing is horrible for that.
Have you seen how he connected the scissor kick into another scissor kick combo and took no damage? Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's why mines don't connect. I do it so that just before they try to, because they don't know what I'm going to do after I do scissor kick dash forward, right?
So you can connect it, but you just choose not to.
I choose not to. Because they're thinking, the other thinking, oh my God, what's he going to do? Is he going to grab me or is he going to go low? Make them guess. It's a 50-50. It's a pure 50-50.
No, it's not a special occasion. I built this place for that purpose. In the West Coast, they have a version of it called Keystone. And I used to do this like back in '96. And I lost 2 apartments to it, but that's a... That was immature. I would actually be gaming it up with the guys rather than, making sure that the bills were paid. I'm older now, so I learned my mistakes, I play, but not like how I used to, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to become rich enough so that I can be like them and get back to my gaming sessions. But for now, right now, I run the company. Take care of all the...
You still have time to do all this shit?
Yeah, I find the time, but I lack the sleep, so I still do the world record stuff. But
are you from New York?
Originally, no, I'm not from Jamaica. Father brought me here. Huh? Oh, when I was 1. I was born in Jamaica, and before I even came to, I came here. So I've been here since forever.
So you've seen the arcade culture?
Yeah, I actually grew up. I'm an arcade kid, so that's I named the company after that.
What was your arcade?
My first arcade was a wireframe, the Vectrex vector-based Star Wars game. That's what started me off, and then from there, my father used to play Pac-Man, and then I saw the arcade scene. And, I used to play at the bodegas and the pizza shops in New York. And, my father wanted to keep me from going on the street late at night playing video games, so he bought me my NES. And then my first game was Dragon Warrior. I started to like the adventure thing, and then I played The Legend of Zelda. That was it for me. Zelda then made me get into games full time. And it's a good Zelda game, but it's not the greatest. All Ocarina of Time is a 3D version of A Link to the Past, and Twilight Princess is a copycat of Ocarina of Time, so it's nothing new. Don't get me wrong, as a standalone game, they're excellent games, but for me, my best Zelda ever will be Zelda 2, Link's Awakening for the NES. I think Zelda 3 is a combination of Zelda 1 and 2 for the NES combined.
What makes Zelda 2better than the other game?
The interaction with the people. No other Zelda game other than the 3D ones could you interact with the people as much. You play Zelda 1, you really walked in and it said, here, take this sword, go out, do this. They give you little secrets and hints, but you really didn't talk or interact with the people. And then Zelda 2, you could go to towns, help people, they restore your vitality, they restore your magic. You get involved with the social aspects of the game. My son was captured and trapped in his cave. You felt like a real hero because then you felt obligated to go out and rescue, and do the hero stuff. And then when you came back to the actual town, you were rewarded for your services. Then Nintendo decided to expand on that with Zelda 3. The only problem in Zelda 3 was that there weren't enough towns. There was just, I think it was Kaikaro Village. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that was the only real town there. So you interacted with the people, but that was a central part. You didn't feel like there was an adventure traveling from a different continent to a different continent to understand the different cultures that they had in different towns. For what it was for an 8-bit game, Nintendo was actually able to show a lot of diversity in that you don't even see in today's. Well, actually, you do see in today's games, but when you look at it overall, you look back at Nintendo and you're like, wow, they really, what we're doing today, these guys did in '87, which is almost 20. That actually is 20 years ago. So there's a lot of vision that Nintendo and Miyamoto had back then, and that's why I think Zelda is the template to all gaming. A little bit of puzzle, a little bit of action, a little bit of adventure. There's even racing aspects to it, so it's like all these genres meshed together into one game.
Would you ever, do you like time trials? Would you ever or that defeats it?
Competitive, competitive gaming will always be competitive, but there are just some genres that you have to step away from the competitive aspect to really take in what the game has to offer. I don't think Miyamoto made Zelda for his greatest fan to run through the game, quickly, because then what was the point of him putting in all these items for you to collect to be rewarded for the items? So you want a time trial, you want to race in something, play F-Zero. you play a racing game for that. But so there's Zelda fans are like, oh, I'm the best Zelda fan because I beat the game. No problem. I have enough world records to spare. You can have it. It's not that important to me.
So the DS one, is this one you're most proud of recently?
The Guinness one? No, there's thousands of people could do that. I was just fortunate enough to
be recognized for what I've done by a respectable organization that collects the records. So but when the game first came, no, actually Guinness actually gets their world records from Twin Galaxies. Twin Galaxies has been collecting world records for 30 years. So.
How many world records do you have?
I have 37 world records total.
Is that in itself a world record?
Todd Rogers has 2,000 world records. What's this guy? Tom Duncan, I think. He has 5,000, I believe. But for me, I just have world records in games that I love. So that's what I go after. I'm not trying to prove that, I'm the world's greatest gamer. There's no such thing. I've learned I'm 31. I've learned in my 25 plus years in gaming that champions come, champions go. So you can never be the best of the best, but you can have the best of the best. That's pretty much what my organization is about. Having the best gamers as one family, because then there will never be anyone better than that. So
when did you start arcading?
I started arcading in 2002. This is my 4th rendition of the Arc. When I had my first Arc, it was pretty much just me and my wife. Then we moved and we got a second Arc. This was in the Bronx. I started cutting work, playing with the guys, and we got evicted. Then my third Arc, I moved to, it wasn't too far, it was 5 blocks away from the first one, the second one. And then I got into some problems, and my wife was like, okay, this is ridiculous. You either do something with this or I'm leaving you. So then I moved out from there, and I paused my gaming life for a little bit, tried to take care of my personal life. And then I got into some problems. Justin ended up helping me. And then I moved here. Right now, the company, we're trying to, at the end of the year, we're trying to move into a loft in Manhattan where we can hold at least 50 people comfortably. But for what it's worth, this is our home. So that will be Arc 5. And this is the 4th Arc right now. And we're trying to use it to push the Street Fighter scene. So, we have all these televisions, extra consoles, enough Street Fighter, because I don't pay attention to the arm. That's called a throne room right there with the big Nintendo sign. That's my personal room. I have over 80 video game systems and 2,000 physical games. No main. As you can see, I keep a couple of the old school systems out, like the Genesis and the 64. But we have Super Nintendos, Vectrex, Intellivision, Odyssey. We have it all in there.
Was there a game that everyone was playing before this? Because everyone's playing Street Fighter 4. What was there before this? Was there a game on?
No, when all these guys leave, we bring back all the standard stuff. We have a PS2 there, an Xbox. We have all the systems. We try to keep a versatile, gaming house. As these trophies are not all Street Fighter based.
Yeah, but Marvel's like it's like chess. Easy to get into and really hard to master. Like that gap between to get decent. It's easy to get into, but then that gap to get decent is really hard. Granted, if you start playing now for a whole year, you're gonna lose the cable. It happens to everybody, most everybody. It's like cable, you will always get shot because you got to get used to him.
What is it? What is it specifically?
All right, plays cable. He kills assists. He has 3 levels. He can shoot your assist away. And if you're so used to relying on your assist and prone to use your assist, you're gonna end up getting shot. You could be winning the whole match, and then cable comes in, and you make one mistake or a careless mistake you shouldn't be making. Next thing you lose your assist, and the match is not in your favor no more. So it's like that. Well, for me, much is like after that year, you get used to it, but then it gets so hard to even get really stop. Yeah, it's like that gap is really big, and then it's like depending, it's like so much in this game you have to know. like every nook and little cranny and all that. And then you're gonna get mad because you're losing to people you shouldn't be losing to, but you're making the wrong decisions in the match when you should be making the right ones. You know, it's a really tough, it's a frustrating game. I say for anybody who wants to get into the game, patience is a must. Because that game can be the most frustrating game ever. I think with chess, it doesn't have random factor. You know, yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, with that game, you think you know everything, and then like out of nowhere, something random happens, and you're like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Especially when you play someone like Magneto. Like sometimes when he triangle jumps at you, he goes inside your character, and there's no way for you to block or see that. No matter how good you are, you seeing it coming. You know what I mean? It's like now you got to worry about all like let's say like all the little tactics and everything. You gotta worry about the random stuff that does happen that you don't know what to do about. And then sometimes with random stuff like that, it messes up your whole mind game, and you're like, start making bad decisions, and next thing you're getting rocked for free.
So what is it about Justin, you think? Do you think he was born with like some ability to be a great
Honestly, honestly, with him, people don't realize this. Like I feel like the reason he's good is that he plays all different types of fighting games, so he implements all that into one game. But with that game, it's like, you know, you play like games like CVS 2 and Third Strike. You gotta be patient. You gotta be more patient in that game. And he brings that over there to Marvel. You know,
So
and then it's
like
vice versa.
natural playing game of
Exactly. Yeah. Over that, you know, he's easy. He really gets to adapt to things really fast. And I feel personally that he could play any fighting game and be a majority of the people, just because, you know, he don't know the game too much. Like, he knows how to wait, you know, use up every opportunity he has. You know, I see him even play Guilty Gear sometimes. He's not even that great, but he's just like, you know, just that he's so smart and waits for his time to attack that he can get pretty far. And the only time he loses to people is people who are like not even necessarily that better than him, but like they know the engine more and understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you play any games?
You play any game, Firstus?
Huh?
You play any games?
Tell them how you nice in fighting games.
Or do you just watch these boys?
I mostly watch boys play video games all the time.
I'd write
Whenever
that.
I'm at like
Do you
one
like
of my
it? Do you
stoners
like
friend's
watching?
house.
Do you like watching?
Yeah, I enjoy watching like Street Fighter and shit. Sometimes I play, but I usually always get owned because I'm a noob.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
They see them get
Especially
hyped.
when I'm stoned.
Sorta here and there. Like I'm always Marvel, but Street Fighter 4, I'm be playing. Not hardcore. Like I ain't confident enough to get to any tournaments and stuff. Once I get my game sharp, you're gonna see me there.
Who you practicing on right now?
Ken, guy on Sakura.
What's your style like right now? Or
I'm
are
rush
you
now.
you're a rush guy? When did you click and start taking it like professionally?
I just started seeing myself getting better, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try to get the money. I mean, respect's always there. It depends who has that opinion about you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I did it. I still do it just to travel and meet my peoples like in Cali and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was always about the money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You waste money for a trip, like of course you're gonna try to get it back. I mean, we both had the same team, so the basics of that team is don't get hit. Like you gotta turtle each other out the most. You know what I'm saying? Whoever turtles out the most wins. But it really is if whoever gets hit first just dies. That's basically it.
So it was just like this giant.
So it's a mall fest, but with defense. Like we was blocking everything, so it was hard to open it. Like each other up.
So what happened? Like, do you remember what went down? Do you remember what went down?
I remember. Yeah, I remember a comeback just on me with Psylocke over Cyclops on Aces on the speed.
That was a good one. I'm an Evo moment.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my training partner.
So what would you guys do to train? Just play each other?
Well, every day after school, I used to go to his house. Every time I got the chance, 2003, 2004, every time I just got out of school, just went to his crib, we just played all night, went home, went to school, played over, again and again and again.
So just practice.
Yeah, he eventually he just got better than me. He just outclassed me, and then that's when I put him on, brought him down here, Chinatown Kid, stepped his game up. In the beginning, he was still a monster before, but people underestimated him. People, he ain't had that much experience, so people, got the best of him, whatever. He started playing these people more. He got better than them too.
I mean, Marvel's more scrub friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Marvel's scrub friendly, and Marvel's American, so I guess they really don't cater to American companies, whatever like that.
Yeah, okay.
Don't get it wrong though. Japanese put a lot of things on the map, like that Magneto Infinite stuff like that. They put a lot of things on the map. But in terms of gameplay and like how smart they are in the game, they're not too bright. They'll just go for the kill and then they'll look like, they're doing something, but they're not smart enough. I mean, I really can't say much because I never really faced a Jap to know firsthand what it is that you need to do. But from what I see, most people just get real scared, except like Justin Wong and a few others from like California.
Yeah.
Like most people just get like intimidated. So I guess like that throws them off and they don't play their best games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So I think that's the main reason. But now a lot of people grew a lot of cojones. If you gotta know, that's balls.
Yeah.
A lot of people's confident nowadays, man.
What do you have any predictions?
I mean, it depends on how many Japs is going. Like I already see Justin. It's a good chance Justin's gonna be in the finals. It's a good chance. If not at least top 5, but it's a good chance he's gonna be in the finals. I was never a fighting game person. I was first-person shooter.
Yeah. So
like I used to play UT99, stuff like that. I was real good in those games. And I just took a break from that and try something new.
Yeah.
Like Marvel was always a game I liked. Like I would see it in the arcade or something. And put a few quarters, pick like Wolverine and stuff like that.
Money or stuff like that.
Definitely.
Could you tell me about that?
Definitely. A lot of people.
So how would it work?
First nemesis was the first team I had to go against was the Syndicate. Shout out to the Syndicate. Desmond Pinkney, of course, Chris Matrix, Lawrence, Mike Infinite, you know what I'm saying? Those are all the guys I was playing first for money. So that was just a weekly thing. I'd come out of work and we'll just put the money up.
You just stick it up. Where was it, in arcades or is it in people's houses?
Yeah, we'll do console too, but it was mostly here. Everybody would just come in.
So how would you work it? Like how would the mechanics of it go down? Would you put the money on the board?
Let's do a first to 5, 50, 100, 5, 10s, 15 quarters, pennies, whatever. We was just broke at the time. We're not broke, but
Yeah.
You want to get any type of loose change you can. The winner, that is. But yeah, that's how it go down. If I'm in the mood, like in the matches worth talking about,
Okay.
Like people would just call me over here, Yapes, come over here, whatever. And I just be like, what's going on?
Could we do that maybe if you see a good match?
Yeah, if there's a good match, like if Desmond come, I'm definitely doing it. Okay. I'll be personal. I'll be angry with the other person, even though it'll be a good friend of mine, but I'm going against you.
Okay, I get it.
So I put money on Desmond, and I'm definitely talking very loud.
That's great.
But it's always love, though. It never gets to the point where somebody want to punch me in the face or something like that. Shout outs to Queens.
Is that where you're from?
Nah, from Manhattan.
It's just funny though, like when sometimes like Japanese players will come here like randomly. Like there's a player named Issei. He's a third strike player. He was like one of the top third strike players in the world. And when the people found out that he was here, everybody came to Chinatown Fair to try to play him because like they know like, oh, he's a top Japanese player. Like there's something he could probably teach me, or I could learn something from playing him because like. Japanese is just so smart when it comes to the games that when you see them play, like wow, like why couldn't I think of that? Yeah, that too. Like some people are hungry, like they want to see how good they are to see if they could beat.
The first time he came with third strike, I really wanted to beat him. Like, I managed to beat him twice, but he beat me so many times. Like those 2 times
wasn't
felt
worth
like
it, right?
It's not that it wasn't worth
epic.
it, but when I did beat him, it felt so good. Like I'm like, yo, this guy plays so much better than me. It's like,
when was this?
This is like 2 years ago.
That's when his hair was long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It was like 2 years ago.
You're talking to Issei, right?
Yeah, Issei.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Yeah.
He was hanging out,
like,
and everybody was around him, like.
He didn't even get mad when I beat him too. Like he was like, "Oh, good shit." Like he didn't say good shit, but he respected it.
Nah, he's a very smart player.
He's getting old, man. He's getting old. He was sucking his teeth yesterday playing Touche. He was like.
One thing about Japanese players also is that something could be like really hard. Like let's say a really hard combo. Like here in America, they'll be like, "Oh, that combo's too hard. It's impractical. I can't do that in a real match. I'm not gonna try that." But in Japan, they learn a combo like that and they will practice it and practice it and practice it until they get it. that they can get it every time, and that becomes their practical combo, like their bread and butter, their regular combo becomes like their regular combos are our like impossible combos. So that's also like another thing.
Our combo video combos.
Yeah.
That we're like, oh my god.
Yeah, they do those combos for free, like.
And that's what makes them better than us too, because they're willing to take it to the next level. They're willing to do the absolute what is necessary.
Yeah, like see, he would actually go for that. Like another player would like would be afraid, like they wouldn't when they do a combo or something so difficult like that, they commit to it. They're like, oh, I know I'm gonna do that combo. As hard as it is, I'm going for the combo. But over here, like people second guess themselves. They don't think they're gonna be able to finish it. So it's like the risk of missing the combo stops people from being able to execute those combos. So it's a mental thing on top of an execution thing. Like, you know, like anybody, if you practice hard enough, is physically able to do a combo. You know, like no matter how hard it is, it's just a matter of practice. But you know, people get in the mindset that it's so hard that it's a one frame link or whatever the case may be. Yeah, people give up. Yeah, they give up.
Like that parry, like he said, Daigo did that because that was his best option at that moment to parry that super. Because if he had blocked, he would have died.
Yeah.
And if he would have jumped, like in third strike, you can't do any inputs during the black screen.
Yeah.
So there was no way for him to just. If he would have jumped, he would have had the parry. If he jumped before black screen.
Yeah.
If Justin did super, he would have died because he can't jump. He can't put in an input during black screen. So the best option at that point was the parry.
Yeah. And he went for it. He got it.
He got it. He won. Good shit. That's what you're supposed to do in any fighting game. Just because you're down, just because you're down on health, that doesn't mean that it's over. You have to rush. Like, you don't necessarily have to rush your opponent down, but you have to keep the mindset that you can still win.
Yeah.
And to intimidate your opponent into thinking that, oh, this guy isn't scared. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then they forget that they're in the lead and the match is in your control. You always have to keep this like you always have to make your opponent believe that you're in control even when you're
losing or something and you're losing the match. That's one of the things about Daigo. Like, he could be down on life and he'll just walk forward full screen and uppercut you. Like, it's like, wow, really? Like, this guy's really walking forward, and then he puts that fear in your heart.
Yeah.
He puts that fear in your heart. Like, he's just walking at you full screen. And you're like, oh no, what's he gonna do? And then you press the button and he psychically uppercuts you and combos you into an ultra or something.
You don't expect it coming, but it comes. It's hard.
It's like, you think it's psychic. He mind fucked you into thinking that it was psychic. No, you just got intimidated because this guy is low on health and he's doing ballsy shit.
Yeah.
Like, he has the balls to fight you like as if he had full health.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on meter, but he's not.
That's that whole thing. That confidence is like hidden power. Like,
I'm gonna ask you one question, right?
What?
In MVC 2, Americans got that game.
Oh yeah, Marvel's Capcom 2. That's America's game, free.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the reason why Japan is not touching us in that game. Maybe
honestly,
maybe they don't play. They don't know the Marvel characters or something. I don't know.
Honestly, I think an American, like whoever qualifies for SVO in America to go to SVO, I believe that an American will win TVC. From what I've seen, I've seen qualifiers. Like,
that's a guarantee. I mean, it depends on who go. Actually,
it depends on who goes. But like, I've seen qualifiers in Japan. I've seen Tatsunoko versus Capcom qualifying matches for SBO in Japan, and I don't know. They just don't look as serious as the players that I've seen over here.
Like Justin was telling me that he played the second best player in Japan in TVC, and he was going back and forth with him. So.
He's going back and forth.
So, and he doesn't even play the game, like, you know, he's focusing on Street Fighter 4, you know, that's like kind of crazy.
This year is going to be interesting.
Yeah. This is the year for fighting games. Like, this is the year that it blew up. Like, every game came out this year. Like, you got Blaze Blues hot this year, Street Fighter 4, KOF 12, Tekken 6, Soul Calibur still hot. Like,
you guys checked this out? KOF 12? Have you played KOF?
Oh, I didn't play it yet, but it looks cool though. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna start getting into it.
But it's a lot different than just like the old school KOF. It still has a little feeling of it, but I'd say it feels like more like 95 or 97. But I can't really put it. I only played it twice though, so it's just really, it's still really good no matter what.
I didn't expect it to be as cartoony.
Yeah, because Yeah, because I think the rebirth, quote unquote rebirth, is just basically going back to the old school gameplay / characters with the costumes and everything. So, you know, right now we have like 20 characters in the arcade and probably like I don't know how many more in the home version.
Basically, KOF 12 is a test. It's like when
it's hot.
Well, because if you notice, it's not part of the storyline. Like it's like I wouldn't even call it a dream match because it's not a dream match, but it's more of a test. Like to test the new graphics, a new system. So maybe by the time KOF 13 comes out, like SNK, I heard they said that they would try to make sure that KOF 13 will follow the storyline.
At least after 11, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe they'll tweak the system out a little bit from what they see from 12.
People they say, fuck it. Why am I gonna go outside, waste money on a Magic card, right? Go to arcade that smells like dick 24 hours a day and waste dollars and dollars of a game I can play at home. Well, I can't blame them. But me, I don't really give a fuck. I just enjoy, saying hello to my friends. Every day.
Community. It's community.
The community. It's all about the community. If you enjoy yourself, you're gonna be fine. Me, I just came in there, I got my ass bust 3 times. I don't care. I'm good. I'm gonna go home, eat some wandulas, go down road. I'll be fine. I'm okay.
That's the thing. I mean, that's what they're saying. Why Japan has, an advantage.
They do have the advantage.
The thing that's crazy in Japan,
in
Japan, the arcade scene is so serious. They don't even play console version. They play arcade only. Like they
all day.
Yeah, they only play arcade version.
They do. They actually sleep in the arcades. Sleep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have beds. You can just rent a bed. Or
I know some. I know. Actually, I heard that their arcades have showers. From somebody's blog.
Mostly underground stuff like we have over here too.
They have showers and stuff like that. I don't know if they have beds. Like people may sleep around. Like they might pick a corner and like cuddle up or
if you
something.
want to become good, you gotta go become an English teacher in Japan. Live in Japan and like teach.
Arturo did that.
People think that's the thing. People think Japan is where everything's at. People say, "Oh, I love Japan. I want to be them." It's not about being them. It's about being yourself, right? Right? It's about saying, "Fuck the nigga who's sitting right next to me as the opponent. I'll beat him up. I don't care how intimidating he is. It's all about going in."
Yeah, you gotta go in.
I'm dead ass.
But
live there.
They call that like the Japan, when people take those random trips over there, they call that like the hyperbolic time chamber. Like you level up like 10 times as fast as you would over here if you play in Japan. Pokemon. That's what they call it. Like 1 month of Japan is equal to like a year of playing over here as far as like skill wise. Like you learn so much.